right, guys, it is Wednesday, so that means Karen Coltrane, the president and CEO of the Children's Museum of the Low Country, is with me, as she always is, every Wednesday. We love having you here to give us some great family-friendly events this week.
Yeah, and I have an event on a Friday that takes a little forethought up front, so I wanted to share that the Charleston Parks Conservancy, in partnership with Power Plant SC, is giving 2 free trees to anyone who registers ahead of time. So when I saw this, I thought this is a super cool thing, especially if you have little ones that are interested in the yard. It's starting to warm up, but hopefully soon you'll be out there looking at those things. So if you go ahead of time, they're going to and register, you're going to be able to go in your car and pick up 2 3-gallon trees. I think you actually can select from their list of what type of trees and then plant them with your kids. I think it'd be a great thing, fun thing to do. Go
and
pick them up. And affordable because it's free.
Yeah.
You need a shovel, I guess. But yeah, so it's a little unique. But as we start to think about outside, I just wanted to draw people's attention. That's pickup is at Ackerman Park. So there's one. And then the second thing I have is a little, I'm teasing, it's not for this weekend, but a little break in a little children's museum news here on Palmetto Life, like I like to do. For those of you who are familiar with the Children's Museum, you know that our Publix supermarket is our best and most loved exhibit. Everybody loves it. The kids love it. Grown-ups, maybe when they have to put everything back or help out, maybe it's not their favorite, but it is for the children, and developmentally it's awesome. And Publix, our partners, are coming and redoing and putting it in a bigger space. So we are going to have a much bigger Publix market, grocery carts everywhere, produce, a little bake shop. It's going to have a little flower shop.
Oh, that's
in this
so
one.
Cute.
So we're very excited about that.
I love that. All kids just love to scan things, right?
Yes.
I used to love that. We used to have a little like McDonald's thing at some of our neighbors' houses, and I would always just want to do that.
Well, when
fun.
I know when I was little, they did it on the register, and I always thought I wanted to do that. And now I think about that when I'm at grocery store and I'm scanning my own.
I know. Like, it's not as fun as it used to be.
Right, not as fun as it used to be.
That's great, though.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so we really appreciate Publix, and Publix has a whole division within them that creates children's museum exhibits around the country. Wherever they have a Publix store, they try to be at that children's museum. So they're actually coming down to redo the ones at the Upstate Children's Museum, at Adventure in Columbia, and us.
Oh, that's amazing. Do we know when it will be done?
Mid-March. It's construction schedule, so you know I have to kind of live with that. But
so not too long.
Hopefully mid-March. So I just wanted to give a little tease that that's coming.
I'm excited to see it. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Is it time for a parenting tip? I think you have a big one today.
I do, and it's a follow-on from last week. Because last week I talked about the amazing increase in Mississippi's statewide 4th grade reading scores, where they moved from 49th out of our 50 states in 2023 to 9 years later in 2022 being ranked as 21st in the nation. What? So what changed? Mississippi and several other Gulf states are seeing rapid improvements, even in places where poverty has persisted for generations, because they changed their teaching methods to incorporate science-based practices that are validated and have been proven to work in teaching reading across multiple languages and cultures. But not only did Mississippi change the curriculum back to something people my age might recognize, which is teaching phonics, they're also adding resources such as literacy coaches for teachers to help them teach this, and for students to support with their preschool with resources such as coaches. Then when children are assessed below expectations, they can be supported. It's all working to really move the needle and set their children on a path for future academic success. The science of reading includes 4 pillars. The first being phonics. So essentially teaching phonics is teaching the relationship between the sounds of the spoken language and the letters of the written language. So the ability to identify sounds such as K, making the K sound, and once they get this down, they move to fluency, or the ability to read accurately, which allows them to grow their vocabularies and practice understanding what they're reading or growing their reading comprehension. So when children score well in reading comprehension, they typically go on to future academic achievement, and if they don't, they are at high risk of not doing well academically. and that impacts their lives and has societal consequences for all of us. So as a South Carolina parent, a South Carolina employer, or just a citizen who will benefit from our state doing well, following what's happening with the science of reading in our fellow southern states is something we should all be aware of and following with great interest.
Yeah, and it's just a great example. Just because they're ranked low doesn't mean that's forever.
Right. Yeah. No, that's right. We're not persistently stuck there. So I know we work with a lot of literacy, public school heads of literacy and different things, and everybody's watching this very closely. So I kind of wanted to let parents out there in the Low Country be aware of this. You know, if you're working with your own child, because I don't know, not everyone in your generation was taught phonics.
I was.
You
I remember
were, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and look at how high you achieved.
There you go.
Yeah, and it's because they've tried different modes over the years, but the one that really has the developmental outcomes that lead to success is this form of teaching, the science of reading. So I encourage parents to look at that and ask about it in your schools.
Yeah, and last week you encouraged parents to just read an extra book at night.
That's right.
Anything else that parents can do at home to help this?
Yeah, I think so. And that is to, when you go over the letters, it's one thing we teach them to the A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know, my son could sing that song coming from day school when he was little, and I thought, okay, well, he knows the alphabet. And then I remember when I tried to help him start to read, he didn't know the individual letters and the sounds. So we backed up and worked on that. And I think that's an important thing, and it's easy to do with a child, with a book. It's interactive. It's all the things you want to have to help those brains develop, but work with them on matching the letter and the sound, and then how the sound, the letters and the sounds go together for a word. So a lot of times kids will clap out like a sound for each syllable. So those kinds of exercises really help. And you can go online and find videos to help show you what to do with that.
And those are little things that can make a huge impact long term.
And kids love it because they love interacting with with their parents. So
amazing. Well, Karen, thank you so much for all of this. Always great tips from you.
Thank you.